Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks, to another open with me. And this one is a magazine that I bought while I was out shopping recently at Hobbycraft. I did film that shop and what I bought, so if you've watched that you've seen these, that I've got this already. So this one is a Knit Now. I don't subscribe to Knit Now. I'm only subscribing to the crochet magazines, but when I see them, sometimes I buy them and do a review because a lot of people knit and crochet. So this one is a bumper edition. It's got this adorable animal orchestra amigurumi kind of kit. Incidentally, if it's knitted, is it still called amigurumi? Or is it knitted toys? I don't know. Anyway, we've got an RSPB kit and bonus pattern. We've got a free book worth $7.99. We've got win prizes for every reader and call the midwife tips and patterns. Knitting treats worth £34 and 37 patterns. Okay, let's bust in. And while I do, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And you never know, you might get a notification. You might not, but you just might. Okay, so let's get rid of the crumply packaging. And we have got two magazines, and we've got the obligatory, well, it's not always obligatory, but they do give you yarn packs to make the toys and stuff. Well, incidentally, this is not a toy. I always find that funny. Anyway, biggest ever cozy knit kit. 25 of the best patterns, 8 gorgeous yarns. It's an exclusive Sashio Ishi pattern, and you get a donation sent to the RSPB with every copy sold. That's the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, I believe. Okay, put that aside. This is the Knit Now. This is the supplement. We'll get to that at the end. Okay, so we've got garments, sizes 6 to 36. So 6 being a UK size, obviously. And that's mega skinny. That's all I can tell you. I've never seen that size, I don't think. Probably when I was 4 years old, maybe. I don't know. The lowest I've been in size-wise in the UK was a sort of 8 to 10. But more of the 10 than the 8. I did have some jeans that fell off me. They were size 10, but they were the only pair, you know. Probably. Anyway, new season patterns. Start your autumn knitting tonight. Great gifts. Knitting. Sock special patterns for all the family. Step by step, perfect patterns. Expert advice. Flawless patterns. Checked by our four expert knitters. Get them in mouth in a muddle. Exclusive designs. 37 ideas for the yarn you love. Rowan, King Cole, Stylecraft and Drops. Now, I stock King Cole and Stylecraft. Rowan, I find it a bit expensive, so I haven't stocked it yet, although I've got a contact that I can if I want to. And Drops, I did try and stock them once, but they wanted me to buy it by the pallet load. And when you're starting out in a business, you can't really afford to buy pallet loads of it. So that will have to be a later on thing if I get bigger. So if you haven't already found my shop, it's at www.hobbyrocks.co.uk, and there are a few voucher codes currently available. One that is for Peter Pan baby yarn, all varieties, it's 20% off, and the code will be found under the video in that description box. And I've got a new one that's available tomorrow because it's September tomorrow. So you might be watching this and it already is. So in that case, it would already be there under the video in the description box. So there you go. Welcome page. I've got nowhere to put my tea. I keep moving it. I'll drink it in a sec. Okay, so we've got this pullover, which I think was on the front cover. Yeah, there we go. Thought I recognised it. One for a child. I love this hat and little scarf. Socks, as they said before. We've got kind of a toddler, kind of baby sweater. This, which, I don't know if that's going to be a scarf or a shawl. I never know until I read it what they've called it. Things I think are scarves, they call shawls. Things I think are obviously shawls, they call them scarves. So we've got pull over there and another cardigan. Well, actually might be a cardigan, that's got buttons, I think, down the front. Let's have a little look. Oh, there we go. Looks button up. And we've got a few others. That's a nice one. That looks like it might be Boho Spirit, doesn't it? Yes, in one of those yarns that I sell that I've coveted because I like blues. Anyway, I've got cushions, I've got a hat, more socks, more pullovers, scarf, which definitely is a scarf, that one. Anyway, let's go. And this is some really cute yarn. What is that? It's called Create. Who makes that? Craftworld.com? I don't know. Is that Yarnspirations? I can't see that. It's very blurry. I've got my glasses on. It looks like, is it yarn art? I don't know. We'll come to that if they show it in a better light. This one, been going around for a while. We've got lots of new colours, and I do stock Signet yarns, so they send me the emails and stuff. Now this is a bit of a baggy one, isn't it? I don't know if I like them when they bag out under the armpits like that. Just my personal preference, but I know there are people who do. Ask the expert, so little bits and pieces that you can do to improve your knitting. So this is called the Scallop Jumper. I can only imagine that this little part here is the only reason it's called that, because nothing else scallops, does it? But it's nice, it's unusual. If I were to make this for myself, it would have to be a darn sight longer. I'd just make a lot more orange before I got to the bottom part. I like things that cover my bottom and tummy. Hopefully not when I've lost weight, but we'll see. This is the back, it's quite nice. I'd kind of like it to be down here, really, for me. But that's my failing, not the jumper. Oh, they're calling it a shawlette. It's Glitz Shawlette. Romantic shawl with only one skein. So that's quite pretty. Pretty, not pretty, but pretty. Regal jumper. So this is quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. Suit either boys or girls, make a great gift for stylish little one. I look at it and think girl, but I know that, you know, things are unisex. But to me, I would make it for a girl. That's well cute. Burnout Sheepy. It's not a pattern in here though. Joyous Jumper. Knit this stylish crop jumper in variegated Rico. Now I would make that. I would wear that. Obviously, if it was long, I'd have to make it longer. But I like the sleeves because I am a 3/4 length sleeve person. You know, I might have a go at that. I say that, but will I have time? But it is nice. I do like it. And I've got a feeling that I bought that yarn when I went on my recent shopping trip. Again, Rico, I wanted to stock them in my shop, but they were like drops. Wanted me to buy a pallet. I'm not sure if it was just the company or whether it was I could find better wholesalers. One of these days, hopefully I will. But I like that one. That is nice. Although it's a bit high here for me. Although it doesn't look like a tight polar neck. Might be all right. It's only rollover. There you get a bit of a look at the neck there. Freckles are very bright, aren't they? That's the summer for you. Okay, so top tips for sock knitting. I've never knitted socks. I've never crocheted socks, but, you know, lots of people do. I nearly got a pair from a friend once, but I left the company and so it didn't happen. This is called Cloudberry Hat and Scarf. That's quite nice. I like the fact that it's not an overly fat scarf. And I recently made one last year, actually. One for Sophia where I pulled the ends in and put pom-poms on, but that was crocheted. And beautiful rainbow yarn that I used. It looked like Starburst Sweets. It was just so bright and vibrant, but similar kind of principle. And there is a tutorial for that on my channel. If I can remember, I'll put it at the end. Of course, you don't have to make it for a child. You can make it any size you like. This is called Raspberry Ripple Cushion. It's nice. I like it. I've recently just finished a whip of a cushion. So I don't think I'll be starting another one just yet. Join Knit Now today. Free Crochet Society box when you subscribe. So if you fancy getting one of Sarah Jane's boxes, you get two options. You can have box 1, or option 1 is box 35, or option 2 is box 36. So you get, well, you get goodies in all of them, but I'm not really sure what that is. That one there. No, I can't fathom that. Oh, hang on. That's those little kind of snappy markers that you can use for knitting or whatever. But you get a plain crochet hook. Looks like a Tunisian one to me. And then this one you get this crochet hook, stitch markers. You get little balls of different coloured yarns and this guide, the crochet hook guide, I think. And with this one, you get various bits and bobs and this hook, but you get two larger balls of yarn. Now, I liked my subscription when I did recently a subscription to Bella Coco's Crochet Society box for 6 months, and I reviewed them. I did like them, but a lot of people criticise the fact that it's always pastel, beautiful, pretty yarns, very kind of girly orientated and stuff like that. I kind of liked that sort of thing, but I do understand. But having said that, in my subscription, I didn't get just pastel yarns. We did get some kind of moody colours. We got some mohair, which I couldn't use, so I gave it away because I'm allergic to it. So there was more variety in the boxes that I had, but I know I've seen other reviews where they've said that they're all too pastel-y. But personally, I like it. I like pastel. Anyway, so you get a choice. And there's your details if you want to get into ordering that. And to do it, you'll have to at least get 7 issues for $33.99. So there you go. You always get the gifts, so it's not too bad. Katherine Jacket. That's just an advert over there. But Katherine Jacket. This jacket makes really interesting stitch pattern and makes a perfect cover-up. There's the back. It's got a bit of moving my tea again. It's got a kind of a plain back. I don't like the sleeves, I'm afraid. They're too puffy for me. I like my sleeves to be a little more tailored. But they are kind of like I won't go as far as to say a bolero, but bolero sleeve. But they are a bit ruffly. My mum would have loved it. Right up her street, that one. Okay, so we've got neutral tones. It's just an advert, I think. Well, that might be just a review. These are all Stylecraft. Now, I do stock these Highland Heathers. It says see www.stylecraft for stockists, but you can just look for me because I'm a stockist. King Cole Wildwood Chunky. I've started to buy some chunky yarns for the winter. I haven't got that one just yet. Cascade yarns. That one I don't stock. Stitch and Story. I always find stuff from Stitch and Story quite expensive, like their Disney stuff. The grey, which is this one, is £7.50. Don't know what you think of that. Erica Knight wool. Where's Erica Knight then? Oh, must Revive. Which one's Erica Knight? Oh, this is Erica Knight. It said grey. The other one, it's more of I suppose you could say it's a fawny grey. This is the grey. Okay, never mind. Wildwood Chunky by King Cole. Got some nice colours in that, and it's 100% recycled wool. I do have some King Cole recycled, but I don't think it's Wildwood. It might be, but I did buy some King Cole recycled yarn. I have on my website, I do have a section just for recycled. I've got the Cheney cotton cakes and t-shirt yarns and some recycled yarns. This is called the Cotswold Jumper. Gorgeous baby jumper worked in lovely soft yarn. That's a cute little cherub. And we've got adverts again. What's this one? The Autumn Foliage Hat. Now that's pretty. I've got yarn that's that colour. Is it Sheepy's Wanderlust? I do stock some Sheepy's. Got some gorgeous colours in Sheepy's in my shop. But I think the one I have is the groove is in the yarn. And that is from Hobbycraft, the one I've got. But, so what is this? Rowan Felted Tweed. So it's not the yarn that I have. But I have some that are these blue and greens. And I want to say I've got some Stylecraft in these colours, which is the Stylecraft Cabaret. And I also have some Signet Boho Spirit in these colours. And some new yarn as well in these colours. I think it was Yarn Art. But absolutely gorgeous. I love those colours. So this is a Fisherman sweater, and it's more up my street, really. Apart from the fact that I'm not really keen on sleeves that come right down low. I prefer them to be 3/4 length. I don't understand why, but I don't like things around this part of my arm. And if I do, thin sweatshirts is all I can deal with, really. Although, having said that, I just bought myself a pullover, which is very thin. So that's the other thing. If it's thin and not going to make me hot and bothered, then we're okay. So this is a small. Goes right up to 5X, which isn't bad. That's quite a good size range. Nice, easy looking stitches too. Maybe a good one to tackle. The Forage Socks. So obviously when you wear these, you can go foraging, perhaps. They're nice, I like them. I've never, as I say, had any knitted socks to know if they stay up. You know, I can remember as a child having woolly socks. Not that anybody knitted them for me, but they were always falling down. And I was forever pulling up my socks, whether they were just ones that didn't have any lycra, because, you know, I don't think we had lycra back then. God, I feel old. Anyway, I'm digressing. Crochet Happy with is that Leica? 6-inch birchwood crochet hook sets. I don't stock these. I don't know. I've got some bamboos. I've got some Knit Pro Symphonies, which are beautiful looking. And I have some Chalgu, which are Tunisian. And I also have others. Those names escaping me at the moment. But this is Knit with Call the Midwife. Well, hey. So, yeah. Everybody has seen the Call the Midwife blankets that are crocheted. But obviously there's lots of knitting on Call the Midwife. And case in point, here we go. Look at all these pictures from Call the Midwife, the patterns. So, are they all in here? Probably not. Best baby blankets. Find these at Craft World. And what's this? Tropical tunic. That's nice. Got buttons up the side. It's kind of nice colours though. I like those colours. And here we've got a chunky scarf that's holey. It is Whoosh Scarf. That's the name of it. Whoosh. It's made with Rowan big wool. I have big wool, but not Rowan. It just looks crocheted, doesn't it? You could easily crochet something like that. It looks like big fat chains. It does though. Can't help it, it just does. Twinkle toes socks. They're nice. Well, I like the colours. Maybe one day I will venture into making socks. There's lots of patterns for socks in this one. Okay, what else we got? An advert for Crochet Society, your knitting community. Showing you different implements and yarns and stuffs. Free Knit Pro gift. There's always one. I've never sent off for it yet. Although I do have lots of knitting needles like that in my shop. I've yet to try them. Collared Dove cardigan. It's kind of a cardigan, but she's obviously wearing it like a pullover. It's quite nice. I don't know if I like the collar though. I think, you know, once it's been washed a few times. Although it's knitted, so it'd probably be fine. I know what you mean sometimes when you get stuff with collars. Not the best. Nice big chart. Win Woolcraft bundle. If you want, there's details of how to do that here somewhere. We've got all the abbreviations and the adverts. And what else is in this? Oh, Knit Now Glitzy Christmas. Is this next issue? I'm starting to think about Christmas. Get festive with our romantic knits. Win 4 miles of King Cole yarn. Discover new season patterns. Isn't it amazing to think of yarn in miles? Oh, look, Sooty. Knit Sooty and Friends. Bumper Christmas knit kit. There's a freebie. That might be fun. And create stunning accessories and cute patterns. That's all coming soon. And there's the last bit of the magazine. So let's have a look at the supplement. This is the Adorable Animal Orchestra. So this is the pattern for the pack of yarn. Pretty cute. Plus bonus makes using your kit. So if you didn't want to make the Adorable Orchestra, you've got a couple of extra bits here that you could make. So, okay, bonus makes. We've got a book with ABCs. I did one of those once for a little baby. We've got a cafetiere cozy and a hat with a cowl. I don't know if these are just, they're from Craft World, so maybe they are in here. Then we've got the little orchestra. I love this little instrument there. Isn't that the cutest thing you ever see? The way he's got that string. That's so cute. Lovely. My nan used to knit animals. I don't know if she ever knitted many for me. I can't remember. So these are all the instructions. There we go. So we've got a bag. It's a bag to put your tablet in. Little tablet cozy. It ties up like this at the top there. And we've got the Fjord River Shawl. Pretty cowl can be worn either over your shoulders or around the front like a scarf. That's quite sweet. And that's it. That's the supplement. So, what do you think? Like it? What do you like from it? Now, this probably will not get used by me, but I have been popping these bits and pieces into some of my orders that I receive from my shop, Hobby Rocks. It really depends on how much tolerance I have in the shipping costs, because sometimes obviously there's a bit I can pop in, but some lucky person's going to be getting this. Unfortunately, I've no way of knowing if the person I'm sending stuff to can knit, so I just have to take pot luck. Some of them obviously come from crochet magazines, so I put in what I get sometimes from these things, like the crochet hooks or the yarn little packs and patterns. So anyway, thank you for watching. So tell me what you think of it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.